Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to ATN Bangla. This is Mahin Sharkar with the news. First, the headlines. Arrest warrant issued against Khaleda Zia in 2 corruption cases. Tarique Rahman directed to appear before the court on 4th of March. Ten days remand granted to Nagorik Oikkyo convener Mahmudur Manna in a case relating to instigating armed forces. Prime Minister hands over 4 crore 20 lakh financial assistance to the owners of 56 vehicles damaged in BNP Jamaat violence during Hartal and blockade. And Ireland beat the United Arab Emirates by 2 wickets in the ICC Cricket World Cup at Brisbane. Bangladesh to take on Sri Lanka tomorrow.
অগ্রণী ব্যাংক লিমিটেড দেশ ও জাতির সেবায় প্রতিশ্রুতিবদ্ধ।
Now on to the details. Arrest warrants have been issued against BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia and 2 others in Zia Orphanage Trust and Zia Charitable Trust corruption cases. The 3rd Metropolitan Special Judges Court, which is hearing the cases, scrapped the bail of the former Prime Minister as she failed to appear in a hearing today. The others whose bails have been cancelled are former Magura MP Qazi Salimul Haq Kamal and businessman Sharifuddin Ahmed. The trials of the cases filed by the Anti-Corruption Commission ACC are being held at the Special Judges Court set up at Bukshi Bazar's Alia Madrasa ground in Dhaka. The court had set Wednesday for the hearing of the case on the 29th of January when Khaleda Zia pleaded for more time as she was mourning the death of her youngest son. Her counsels had then also told the court that she was being prevented from leaving her Gulshan office by police. The court had exempted the BNP chief from attending the hearing and offered the recording of plaintiff testimonies in her absence. Khaleda's lawyers expressed lack of confidence in the judge after he continued with the witness deposition. On Wednesday, Khaleda petitioned the court for more time, citing a leave to appeal petition in the High Court. Court rejected Khaleda's plea. Meanwhile, ACC counsels prayed for presenting another accused BNP senior vice chairman Tarique Rahman to appear before the court. The court asked Tarique's lawyer Sanaul Lamia to present him on the 4th of March. The ACC filed the graft case on the 3rd of July 2008 with Manna Police Station, accusing Khaleda, her eldest son Tarique Rahman and 4 others of misappropriating over 2 crore 10 lakh taka of Zia Orphanage Trust and Zia Charitable Trust, which came as grants from a foreign bank for orphans. Awami League Publicity Secretary Dr. Hassan Mahmood has welcomed the arrest warrant against BNP chairperson Begum Khaleda Zia in the embezzlement of orphans' money case. Speaking at a discussion meeting at Shilpokala Academy in the capital, he urged the concerned authorities to take action against Nagorik Oikkyo convener Mahmudur Manna and his associates. Meanwhile, Disaster Management and Relief Minister Mofazul Hossain Maya has warned that those who are engaged in conspiracy against the Constitution, democracy, government and the country would not be spared. The Chief Metropolitan Magistrate Court has granted 10 days remand to Nagorik Oikkyo convener Mahmudur Manna in a case relating to instigating armed forces. Earlier, he was produced before the court by police seeking 10 days remand. Manna was arrested from Dhanmondi area by RAB 21 hours after being picked up from a house at Bonani in the capital on Monday night by plainclothed people identifying themselves as DB. He was handed over to Gulshan Thana on Tuesday. Allegation of conspiracy to topple the government through the armed forces has been brought against him. Gulshan Thana police handed over Manna to Dhaka Metropolitan DB police. Briefing the media, DMP spokesman Monirul Islam said another case relating to sedition has also been processed by police against him. He said Manna had expressed his interest to talk to some generals of the armed forces in one of the leaked audio conversations. The spokesman further said if the leaked audio conversations are proved to be his, Manna could be implicated in all the cases of subversions that took place in the capital so far. Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina has given financial aid to owners of vehicles vandalized or torched during a blockade enforced by BNP Jamaat. Hasina handed over checks amounting to 4,20,65,000 taka to the owners of 156 damaged vehicles at her office today. Speaking on the occasion, Road Transport Minister Obaidul Qadir said, "The checks handed over today by the Prime Minister is the first phase of her support plan." He further said the others who suffered losses due to the blockade would be given monetary support gradually. Obaidul Qadir also said the transport workers burnt in petrol bomb attacks during the blockade would also get the Prime Minister's help. The 6th anniversary of BDR carnage was observed today. At least 74 people, including 57 army officers, were brutally killed in a mutiny at BDR headquarters at Pilkhana on the 25th and 26th of February in 2009, just 1.5 months into Awami League-led Grand Alliance government came to power. The verdict of the BDR carnage case was pronounced on the 5th of November in 2013. President Abdul Hamid and Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina paid tributes to the martyrs at Banani Army Graveyard in the capital this morning. Later, chiefs of the three services also paid their homage to the martyrs. Special dua and munajat were also offered there, seeking blessings to the departed soul of the martyrs. Attorney General Mahbub Alam has expressed the hope that the appeal hearing in the High Court on the much talked about Pilkhana carnage case would be concluded within 6 months. The hearing is being conducted at the 3-member special bench headed by Justice Muhammad Shakwat Hussain. 152 persons, including Dad Tawhid, had been awarded death sentence and 162 others, including BNP leader Nasiruddin Ahmed Pintu and Awami League leader Torab Ali, life imprisonment. Besides, 256 people were sentenced to various terms. The prosecution had filed appeals against 69 out of 277 acquitted in the case. 8 more bodies, including 3 children, have been recovered in the launch capsize incident along Paturia-Dauladia River route. With this, the death toll in the mishap has risen to 79. The floated bodies surfaced on the river Podda at Maluchi of Shibaloy and Ondormanik area of Horirampur Manikganj. Later, the bodies were recovered by fire service workers from the spot. 6 out of 8 bodies have been handed over to their relatives. Now a break. We'll come back with more news after the break. Welcome back to ATN Bangla English News. The Election Commission has introduced an online application system for the registration, correction and replacement of voters' polling areas. Chief Election Commissioner Dr. Qazi Rakibuddin Ahmed inaugurated the system at Commission Secretariat this noon. Project Director Brigadier General Saleuddin said the digitalized smart card is internationally recognized, which would allow new voters to register online and existing voters to correct information and apply for area change. The application forms will be available at www.ec.org.bd. A 6-year-old boy was burnt to death as a fire broke out at a slum in Agarga area of the capital city this morning. The fire originated at around 11 a.m. and 9 firefighting units from different fire stations brought the flame under control after 1 hour of efforts. The government has deferred tomorrow's SSC examination to the 7th of March due to the BNP-led 20-party alliance ongoing countrywide hartal. The examinations will be held from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Education Secretary Nuzrul Islam Khan said this while announcing the news schedule at a news conference at the Secretariat. The chairman of ATN Bangla and ATN News, Dr. Mahfudur Rahman, has announced to arrange globally popular telemedicine or video conference-based programs participated by specialist doctors to reach medical service to the common people. He said this at the free kidney checkup campaign program of Save Life and Gift Life Foundation held at the ATN Bangla office in Kauran Bazar. Advisor of the foundation and national professor M.R. Khan attended the function as special guest. Professor Kabir Chaudhry and high officials of ATN Bangla were present on the occasion. Now news from abroad. British Prime Minister David Cameron has said military personnel are to be sent to Ukraine in the next few weeks to provide advice and training. As he spoke, pro-Russian rebels said they were pulling back heavy weapons from the front line in eastern Ukraine as part of a ceasefire. However, the government in Kiev has disputed the rebel claims. Cameron said he would push for more sanctions on Russia if the separatists failed to observe the truce. Now sports. Ireland beat the United Arab Emirates by 2 wickets in the ICC Cricket World Cup at Brisbane. Earlier, Ireland won the toss and elected to field first. UAE scored 278 for 9 in the stipulated 50 overs. Ireland reached the target of 279, losing 8 wickets. Shaiman Anwar made a magnificent 106 first century in his career. For Ireland, Wilson made 80. Scores: UAE 278 for 9, Ireland 279 for 8. Meanwhile, Bangladesh will take on Sri Lanka in a crucial match at Melbourne tomorrow. The match starts at 9:30 Bangladesh time. In another match, Scotland will face off Afghanistan at Dunedin at 4 a.m. Bangladesh time. Before ending the bulletin, let's recap the headlines. Arrest warrant issued against Khaleda Zia in 2 corruption cases. Tarique Rahman directed to appear before the court on 4th of March. Ten days remand granted to Nagorik Oikkyo convener Mahmudur Manna in a case relating to instigating armed forces. Prime Minister hands over 4 crore 20 lakh financial assistance to the owners of 56 vehicles damaged in BNP Jamaat violence during Hartal and blockade. And Ireland beat the United Arab Emirates by 2 wickets in the ICC Cricket World Cup at Brisbane. Bangladesh to take on Sri Lanka tomorrow. And that's the end of this bulletin. Allah Hafiz.